All right, everybody. Welcome back to the PRPL Podcast. This is your host, Austin Isert. Hope you're doing all right out there today. Hope you're not hungover or anything like that. I don't know why you would be. It's a Wednesday, but hey, to each their own. Maybe you were off the day before. Maybe you weren't. Maybe you just like a nice little weekday drink. But a nice little hint at what we're getting at today, that is the hangover. So welcome my fellow podcast hosts in the booth with me today. Griffin, Mike, Fletcher, as always. Oh, damn, we're looking at the wrong fucking thing. Look at that asshole.
Hey!
That's the movie.
Maybe he is hungover.
Maybe he is a little hungover. Hey, Pops, you might be hungover tomorrow. You said you're doing the big dinner tonight out in Florida. How's that going to end up?
Hey, Griff, I'm going to have some sangria tonight.
There you go. God, you look red as a lobster. Look at this
I
guy.
got a little sun on my nose sitting out. Yeah, we were under an umbrella the whole time. So God, hey, look at the head though. None on the head. So
Head.
yeah.
Well,
we're gonna have a little sangria. My wife always says shangria, so I always think that's cute and funny as can be. So.
Well, we had the Newts Classic this weekend, so long day out in the sun for me, playing some football, nice fundraiser for a good cause, of course. But I don't know if you can see.
Man.
The hat.
Yeah, I can see a little bit. Yeah.
Did it go better than in years past?
Oh no, we lost every game again, but we competed with the team that won the championship in the end, and then we kind of burnt out. We don't typically put together the best squad, but we play our hearts out, that's for sure, and have a whole lot of fun doing it. Also got out in the sun today, mowed my lawn for the first time this year, so that needed to happen.
Dude, I'm about to do that after we get off. I gotta.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta do it.
It was getting long and shit. I think we had a battery die on our electric lawnmower, so we're probably going to have to end up getting another one there. So it goes, man. But
That's what it does.
Yeah.
Welcome to Homeowner 101, right?
That's right. Well,
who picked this? Who picked this one, Austin?
Hey, Griff picked this one, and let me say this real quick here: the sad sacks are back, baby, with the brand new episode of the PRPL Podcast. The most exciting news you're gonna get any day of the week.
Absolutely.
This time, we're reviewing the 2009 Vegas bachelor party blackout comedy mystery film, The Hangover, starring Bradley Cooper alongside Ed Helms, Zach Galifianakis, and Justin Bartha. Not really Justin Bartha, though. They left his ass on the roof the whole damn film.
Yeah.
And so join us, guys, as always, discussing our favorite characters, scenes, themes, and things. And what is sure to be a fun one today is this movie better with Nicolas Cage?
Bop, bop, bop.
So Griff's pick, let us know about it, partner.
Yeah, well, this one came out when I was in grade school. I was probably in like 6th grade. And man, this was just the talk of the town. Anybody wanted to see The Hangover. If you were a teenage boy in the late 2000s, you knew about this movie. You were all over it. It was edgy. It was fun. It was exciting. It was just everything. So, this one kind of takes me back to that time period, getting to hang out with my best friends and being silly and just not even realizing movies could go as far as this movie goes. Looking back, it's pretty mild, I bet, compared to some stuff we see now. But I mean, at the time, I feel like this was kind of at the forefront of kind of pushing the boundaries. So just a great movie, fun all around. Introduces you to Zach Galifianakis. I mean, that dude's just a beast. So also Leslie Chow. Oh my gosh, Ken Jeong, that dude. Everybody knew him too after this movie. So
for sure,
we are still using lines from this movie like it just came out. So I think that says enough.
Yeah, you had mentioned a couple episodes ago when we were doing Wolf of Wall Street how that was very much like a word of mouth. Oh my God, they say the F word 250 times. I feel like this one's right in that same ballpark where it's like, oh my God, this movie is raunchy as hell. After we had already had a pretty lengthy string of raunchy comedies, and this one, is raunchy through a lot of the parts, but really turns it up a notch when you get those pictures at the end, right? I think that was kind of the big thing that really stuck and hit home. I mean, you get some fellatio in an elevator, of course.
That was the big like unrated bit of this movie, It was like, oh my gosh, people were freaking out.
No doubt. So. And what you said as well is actually something that I wrote into my little review that I do on movies on Letterboxd, just my brief little synopsis is this movie immediately catapulted me back to 2009. With the soundtrack is a huge thing, very much shows the date and is a great soundtrack, but all the comedy beats and the jackassery, the dumb shit that they're doing very much feels like a comedy film of that era. And I think actually opening weekend, this one came out alongside Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell, which is kind of funny. And this one took over. Land of the Lost is not one of Will Ferrell's better received films by any means, even though I do really enjoy it.
Yeah, you love that movie.
But this one is top notch and performs incredibly well at the box office. So much so that we end up getting two more of them. This is a trilogy, two diminishing, quality, if you even want to say that. This one is the highest reviewed and rated by far. But those ones are still fun. I don't even know if I saw the third one. I've definitely seen the second one where they go to Bangkok, but I have not seen the third one, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Oh, there's some great lines in it.
Hey, you do get Chow singing.
I believe I can fly.
Well, you also get him in the elevator with some Jim Croce, some Time in the Bottle.
Yeah,
you're right.
Oh, it's funny.
That's so good.
Yeah. Well, let's do our log line, guys. This movie comes out June 5th of 2009. After a wild bachelor party in Las Vegas, three groomsmen wake up with no memory of the night before and must retrace their steps across the city to find their missing friend, the groom, before his wedding. So as I mentioned before this is also a mystery movie to some degree, right?
Yeah, that was funny. I heard you say that.
We're trying to track down our friend Doug throughout the entire thing, retracing the steps. I'm sure you guys have had varying degrees of the same kind of night trying to figure out what the hell you did before on a wild night out. Maybe not to this degree. I don't know if you had any roofalins. I don't know if you were slipped any flories, as the Black Doug says somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Directed by Todd Phillips, written by John Lucas and Scott Moore. Funny thing about John Lucas and Scott Moore, they're also the guys who wrote 21 and Over. So they really know what they like. They're kind of type writers, I'd say. Starring Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms, Zach Galifianakis. This does put Galifianakis on the map. And easily my favorite role of his. Obviously, he has the Between Two Ferns kind of. Is it Ferns? It's Ferns, right? Not Pines.
Yeah, it is.
Between Two Ferns, which, maybe that's what you know him from, but The Hangover is what I know him from. And he is great in this thing. Alan is such a fucking character, from his fits. The amount of people that wear shirts of him just carrying that baby, that there's just a baby on the front of their shirt.
Oh, yeah. That's a great Halloween costume, if anyone's ever seen those.
Yeah.
It's a great one, man. Just dressing up with the baby.
No doubt. Continuing on, guys, performance and reception. This movie actually rates well out of the three. 7.7 IMDb, 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 3.7 on Letterboxd. At the box office, $35 million budget, $469.3 million at the box office. Crazy.
That's a pretty good return on investment right there, I would think.
Crazy return. Part 2, $80 million budget. $586.8 million at the box office.
Oh my gosh! That movie didn't even review well. Like you said, that was people hated that movie.
I didn't. I just watched it a few moments ago. It's incredible.
It's incredible,
guys. The thing with this movie, this is one that guys like me, I watch this before I go to Vegas. This is one that, we talk about getting pumped up, getting that gas going. This is the movie to get you jacked up, ready to go to Vegas. If this doesn't do it, nothing does. When my brother and I, when we go to Vegas together, the first thing we do, we watch this. And when we're driving in the car to the airport, we're so gassed up, as soon as we land, I look at my brother, like, turn on the music, and we start turning on that Little John, and we turn on that Kanye,
Little John.
Little John, Luda.
Little John. Stop by Little John's.
Hey. That's great. Little John's, come in. Get your gold necklace. Yeah. But, that Kanye, get you, what's that Kanye song?
I had a dream I could find my way to heaven.
Can't tell me nothing. I think is what it's called. Yeah. That gets you going, man. What are we going to do, Nate? Oh.
Yeah. Top notch.
You start talking about a wolf pack and getting your pack together.
And
turn it up.
Pack.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Mike didn't even let me get to the third one. The third one, $103 million budget, $362 million at the box office.
Take that all day long.
This is a $1 billion trilogy, guys. Isn't that just absurd to consider?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy stuff.
Hey, man.
So let's send it your guys' ways for your review. I want to hear what your ranking of is this one. We'll start with Griff, since it's your pick.
Yeah,
doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just give us your rating, really.
Yeah, I have to review this one high again. This one reminds me of kind of growing up and getting into that age where you maybe have some semblance of an understanding of what's going on in a movie like this. I think that's always fun. And I think for the time, again, the comedy was just top notch. It was killing you. I mean, it's still funny. I was busting out laughing. There are some great moments throughout. For me, this movie, especially when you're talking about like big party movies, this one has to be a 4.5 for me. I'm not putting it on that top echelon, but I am ranking it high. I'm loving these home runs. This is a home run movie, guys. Hangover, pretty hard to beat when it comes to this sort of genre. So 4.5 for me.
Mikey.
Guys, I don't throw away around that 5-star, but this is a 5-star movie to me. And the reason being, guys, is this
our last movie episode you threw around a 5. So
I think he's thrown out a 5-star 3 or 4 weeks in a row.
Hey. But I love them. I mean, these are some of my favorites.
We are throwing out, like I said, we've been throwing little what are those called? Meatballs down to the plate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've been throwing meatballs.
Absolutely. I mean, guys, this is probably one of the most quoted movies. I mean, just real quick, here's a few. We all, when you're in Vegas, the first thing when you're out drinking, you go, some guys just can't handle Vegas. Everyone always says that. Everyone always says that. And then the great one is never walk away from the table, when you're on a heater, those are the lines.
The mayor of Whoville says that early on.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I love the one where, Phil will sniff it out. I mean, there's just so many good lines. I mean, I could probably go on for about 30 minutes just on lines from y'all.
A really funny one that I saw that people are always asking, like, this line came into just the, I guess, culture. People would be like, did Caesar stay here? Every time they go to Caesar's. Yeah. That's something people started asking, or like, my pager's not getting good reception in here.
Oh, yeah. God. Well, it's a satchel. Everyone knows the satchel line. God, what's another one? The wolf pack, like you said, a one-man wolf pack. I mean, that just got adopted quick, man. That's just too freaking good.
How about cocaine and hookers? I mean, it's this one is so good, man. Like I said, I've probably got 20, 25.
Suck on these little Chinese nuts. I mean, that's one.
So long, gay boys.
I was about to say, man, that was one too, my guy. It was 2009. It was a different time. It really was.
Oh, it was great. Well, right in the beginning, Beijing Dr. Faggot, when he's talking about his friends. Yeah. He's like, my friends are good guys. She's like, no, they're idiots. And then you hear that come out of the background.
I guess, I'm sure you're going to a strip joint. I guess Phil will sniff it out. You're like, oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
And then Stu, she says, you need to bring your Rogaine. Your hair will thin out.
Yeah.
Goes, bringing up the Rogaine.
I can always tell when you don't use it. Your hair looks all thin.
Using
of the Rogaine. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's
good
what
stuff. A good one, guys.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, like you said, just an extremely quotable movie. This movie, it goes from one crazy scene to the next. I mean, when they bring Mike Tyson in there and he just drops our dude Allen. I mean, he hit like a sack of bricks, man. I mean, I think it just keeps amping up. But I mean, that's what we're.
You took a punch from Mike Tyson. He's like patting him on the back, like, man, you took a punch from Mike Tyson.
They always say that Mike Tyson's a mean guy. I actually think he's really nice. I think he's mean, like out in the back as he gets.
Alan's in the back. I think he's kind of mean.
Yeah. Well, let me do mine here, guys. And I think I've been convinced to up my rating just a little bit, just because it was one that was teetering on the brink of going to.
I just hope it's as good as Wayne's World.
It's not as good as Wayne's World, but it's not all that far behind. It's not all that far behind. Things I like about Wayne's World rocks.
Wayne's World.
Things I like about this movie, the biggest and forefront, Vegas, man, the shithousery, just a trip, man. I think that's something that opening scene does really well. As you're welcomed to Vegas, they're driving in that road trip with the guys. The energy's there, everyone's pumped. You can put yourself in those shoes. When you're just arriving at your location, just about to get there, everyone's ready to rock. Checking into the hotel, everyone get dressed and let's go have some drinks on the fucking roof before we tear this place down. The gang, the boys, the wolf pack. Zach Galifianakis as Alan, Leslie Chow. Those are the two standouts, and the other guys do well as alongside them. Stu, preferably, I'd say, and then like I said, Bartha gets benched. He's on the roof the whole damn movie. The soundtrack and just placing you in 2009. So you got the Can't Tell Me Nothing, Live Your Life, T.I. and Rihanna. Yeah, Usher, Ludacris, Lil Jon. Not 2009, but that song when they're waking up. Hell, I thought it was the Doors for a second, but it's the Cramps, the people that came up on. What was the? God, I already forgot the damn movie.
Song sung blue. Eddie Vedder wearing that shirt.
I liked that song, "Fever" by the Cramps. I thought it was the Doors for a second, just in terms of how it was coming off. But 2009, man, was just a kick-ass year all the way around. And you got some good movies. We did Coraline. We'll get Fantastic Mr. Fox in here, so it reminds me of that time. It was actually my first year at St. Margaret Mary as well, so big things and a very fond year for me. Really, really good year looking back on that one. The two things, I don't even want to say that I don't like, but the two big cons and flaws of this movie for me, the biggest one I think is that there's just no resolution or mention to the absolutely trashed room that they left behind. There's not even like a Home Alone 2. Kevin, you spent $900 and something on room service or something, or some kind of callback to like the bill that he ends up getting. Something should have happened there where they mentioned the room that they absolutely obliterated. And then the destroyed car. There's no like payoff or mention of that either. They destroy the car. I thought Sid was going to give them hell, or there'd be some kind of mention. So those things are kind of left behind that I think they should have, turned those stones over. But also, like, and if we want to get into kind of the, film critique thing, I think Phil's character, Bradley Cooper's character, Phil, there's no real arc for that guy. At the beginning, he's saying like, I hate my life. I don't even want to go back to my kids and my son. And then like, I get all this shit happens, but then at the end, like he's like happy to see his wife and happy with his kids. So it's like, what was happening there? Like there was nothing that really led you to believe that like arc happened or anything like that. It was just pretty stark contrasts. He steals from his fucking school children.
He just kind of seemed like I don't want to say a bullshitter, but he was just one of those kind of slick guys who, he probably means half of what he says. And, I think he's just kind of talking out his ass. I think he probably means it a little bit too, but like, I don't know. I didn't take too much offense to that. I think one of the concerns that maybe you're talking about could be, do we really believe that they got out with $82,000 And, this boss guy, the pit boss or whatever, just tripped over or had to help this lady and let them walk out with all that money. It's like, that was kind of one of the things I thought about twice this go around. And
sure,
I don't know, maybe Vegas was a little more lax then, but I know talking with Marty, I'm sure he'd have some qualms. Also, something cool with me just being in Vegas. Forgot to mention that I was definitely inspired to rewatch this movie, and it was funny getting to see some of those opening shots where you're just seeing the strip and getting to see the mountains in the back, because those things are for real, man. They look sweet out there, but when you're actually there, you recognize more and more that Vegas, it's kind of just this standalone city in the freaking desert, for real. It really is. So, you get a better grasp of that when you're there, so... Well, just kind of fun.
My rating's a 4.0 on this one. I raised it from a 3.5 because, man, I had a blast watching it again.
Like, 5's rough, man.
I don't know. That's a pretty good rating. Like, I put that at like a, mid, like 80 to 84 is kind of my range for that, which isn't horrible.
Hey, Dad, pinkies up. We got Ost here.
Hey, there needs to be a science to this too, right? Why do your screen keeps going or glitching, G?
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw that. I'm not sure what's going on.
Let me give you a little refresh.
Oh, he refreshed me.
See if that does anything for us. But let's get on into our favorite scenes, and we'll send it Griffin's way.
Ooh, favorite scenes, man. Well, I think one of my favorite scenes has actually just got to be where they're on top of the hotel. I think that's just classic.
The energy, baby.
You get introduced to the Wolfpack idea. He's reading that letter. Ha! Nice drive in, guys. And he just makes it as awkward. He makes it as awkward as he can, and it's just so funny, man.
Well, he cuts off Bradley Cooper, too, before he gets into his whole spiel.
I have a toast, guys. And he starts cutting his hand open. It's like, what the hell is going on here?
Make him stop.
We are blood
So
brothers.
That's a classic scene. Like you said, we're looking for strippers and cocaine, and we're running around the desert, a bunch of wolves. I mean, if that doesn't get your juices flowing, what the hell will? Also, the showdown with Leslie Chow. I mean, that's just such a perfect scene and what I realized, what kind of got me, I realized Chow is really not in this movie long at all.
No, not at all.
But he's one of the main things you remember about it. And like, I would have thought he had 20 more minutes on screen by how much I loved his character. But in rewatching, it's like he really wasn't even on screen long. He just was so amazing for those moments he was that it stays with you. So seeing more of Chow was perfect.
I love they're in the car. It's like, is that a woman's boot? It's like, no, it's a men's size 6. It's his boot.
Well, I like how they're like, you said he was your lucky charm, and Phil just can't. He's like, that's actually pretty funny, man.
Yeah, he starts laughing.
He thought he was his lucky charm. So I thought that was funny. And getting to see the photos at the end where he's kissing Alan, he's just like so obsessed with it. I mean, it's hard to pick another scene out of there just because, again, there's so many freaking awesome ones. And
it's the wrong Doug in that scene.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it just keeps adding on top of itself. I actually really thought it was really fun getting to see the kind of relationship between Alan and the baby and Carlos. I mean, that's some good stuff, man. I mean, and it's terrible, but he's jerking him off at the little table. He's like, hey, watch this, guys. And I think he
does it twice,
Yeah, he does it twice. And what I loved was Stu actually starts laughing, and he's like,
"Stop that!"
He's like, "Stop that! That's disgusting!" But he actually started laughing. So I thought that was funny. I mean, and I can kind of compound that with them just waking up in this trashed freaking villa, just trash. You see the chick walk out, the massage chair is literally smoking. Tiger in the bathroom. I mean, it's all classic to me.
Yeah, I'll double on that one. Definitely waking up the next morning, picking up the pieces. We get the tiger, we get his tooth, we get the baby being gone. We got Doug.
I like he says, he's like, Alan, would you put on some pants? I find it odd. I had to ask you twice.
Yeah.
I love all of Alan's laughs throughout this thing as well. He's just always laughing.
It's real awkward.
We can't remember anything from last night. You remember?
Yeah. I wonder, do you guys, I would put money, I would bet that he was just ad-libbing a lot of that.
Yeah.
And cracking people up. I would bet anything.
Guaranteed.
Had to be.
Guaranteed. Mikey!
Griffin, you kind of stole my line there, but I do want to add, here the guys. My favorite scenes when they go down for breakfast and Stu is just sitting there and they start talking about eating something. He goes and he throws up. And if you watch it, and I've watched this movie enough, if you watch the lady behind him, she's like, oh, God, that's so gross. And if you watch Phil and Alan, they never blink like, oh, that's no big deal. It's just great. And I love the line where they start looking in their pockets and everything. And Alan goes, Phil, you've got something on your wrist. And he goes, oh, my God. I went to the hospital. Are you okay? It's just so stupid. It's fun. A couple other lines. When they're walking down the hallway in the beginning and they're playing that music to kind of get, where the wolf pack is getting ready to get some gas, get them going. And you see Alan going with his hair. And he's got that damn satchel. And the line goes, he says, are you fucking with me? Are you going to wear this? And he says, you're going to wear a purse? He said, it's a satchel.
Indiana Jones wears one of these.
There it is. Indiana Jones. I mean, you can't help it. Austin, I don't blame you. I'd steal it too. I mean, it's so damn funny. It's like Indiana Jones wore a satchel. It's great. And a couple others. Phil is in the police car. And here you got Carlos and Alan, and that's just ridiculous. And they go up over the curb, and he starts, getting on the microphone. Ma'am, you in the leopard dress. You've got a wonderful rack. You're like, yeah, just it's everything you wish you could do, Yeah. And the other one, and then Austin, I'll let you have it, is the introduction of Chow. When they open up that, like Austin said, you got the size 6 shoe that they show his feet so many times. It's so funny. They show these little shoes and he jumps out butt naked, this big bush and this little peanut. I mean, I laughed so hard and he's hitting them with that
it's a crowbar.
It's a crowbar. He's cracking.
I hate Godzilla too. I hate him.
Yeah. Oh, God, he's just going off on him. And when he runs, we always talk about how they run. Ass out running. Golly.
You go fuck on me?
Chow, like Griffin
He
said,
ran off.
it's something that I noticed too, Griff, is, I thought Chow, because I've watched this a million times, and you leave you leave watching this movie going, gosh, Chow just kills this movie. He's not in the movie that much at all, guys.
No.
At all. But man, oh man, do you remember Chow from this movie?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Certainly. All those, there's so many bits of Alan throughout this thing of him just saying like the most awkward and just like strange comment. Or the whole thing with like, when they're driving in, they're filling up the gas and that old man walks up to him.
Oh, yeah.
Don't look at it.
Man, that's a sweet car. Don't look at it.
Don't look at me.
He's like,
don't even think about it. Don't even look at it.
And you hear him. He's like, he's ridiculous, but he's funny. They're talking about it. And then you hear him say, I'll beat an old man in public. And he just steps up on that curb with his shirt tucked into his pants and his fucking old ass like sport shoes or sneakers.
Austin, what about Doug is telling him that, hey, my to-be wife is telling me don't do this, don't do that. And he goes, fuck, he's like a little gremlin.
That's what Gremlins was one of my things.
God, it was great.
That's great.
Yeah, what is he, a gremlin? That's so good. Something else we got to say is Stu's relationship with his girlfriend. I think it's pretty damn funny. I love it. I mean, she was a bartender.
She beat him.
I was out of line.
A bartender. She fucked a sailor. They change it every single time.
And he goes, I'm right here,
bartender.
guys.
He forgets
about it. I'm right here, guys.
It's so funny to me. She was wasted.
And she didn't, and they didn't even let her come at her.
Yeah. And if you must know. Oh, yeah, it's so bad.
Stu is such a goofball.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And also, what do tigers dream of?
Well, let me get into some of my favorite scenes here, guys.
Everyone loved that shit.
Austin, you better get in them or we're going to steal every one of yours.
Yeah. Well, I've already talked about the whole waking up the next day. I actually like when they go to the best little chapel with Eddie and all that. That guy
Eddie.
that just loves
They shot Eddie!
They shot Eddie!
Yeah, we hear about Jade and we see that she's Felicity Shagwell from Austin Powers.
Yes.
What do tigers dream of? And the returning of the tiger. I love the CCTV that they get of the guys just fucked up at Mike Tyson's house, pissing in his pool. And then he's like, man, Phil's like, man, that's just such a regal animal. And then you see him start humping the tiger getting into the car.
Who does that?
Yeah, it was
a really sick individual.
Yeah, but actually, man, maybe my favorite scene is when they need to make that 80,000 and they play the Rain Man song, the intro Raino, Eco Eco by the Bell Stars. And Alan just goes crazy on him. He's counting cards, and I guess the diversion works. Not very believable, but it happens. But I love them just tearing it up because, as a Vegas movie, you don't see too much of the gambling. So I thought that was a really fun part of it and a very important element of it that we get to see them really hit it and go hard. It would have been great to get and see that craps moment where they're playing that and going on a heater as well. We get the images of it, but that's the stuff that, in a movie that's so much about Vegas makes a lot of sense to have a scene like that in there. And I just love it. They dress all up.
I do love him coming down the elevator.
Serious as hell.
And he's just holding his hands.
Yeah. With a black eye.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
So those are some of mine there. Character categories. Griffey.
I'm sorry, boys. The best character in this movie is Alan. Everybody knows that. Alan's got to be the best, and it's just because he's so funny. The one-liners, I even liked when they have the dude roll by and throw him the suits into their car, and he said, yeah, I know that guy. That's my buddy Nico. It's like, what the hell? What's funny is apparently that guy was Mike Vallely, who's this really big-time street skater. I didn't even realize that until right now.
Kind of looks familiar.
Yeah, he's the guy who was that in that role. This is kind of out of left field. My sixth man, listen to this. My sixth man is the wedding singer. That is my guy. That dude cracks me up so damn much. Dad, or should I push up on it? That guy who's just nasty as hell. Fucking give it to me, baby. I remember thinking that was the best thing ever, man.
And everyone starts looking at him funny.
Yeah, he's such a jackass.
Griffin, where he comes up to the one old man, he goes, flips him off right in his face.
Yeah, and he walks off like, take that, dude. God. Yeah, I think that's just so damn funny, man. So he's my sixth man. I love it. Man, in terms of sad sack, I think it's got to be Doug because, it is literally his bachelor party. He gets left on the roof, misses all of this shit, and gets burnt up to a crisp.
Yeah, he's there for the entire day.
What is going on with your face?
And he runs out to tackle him. He tackles somebody.
They let him jump off a trampoline for that scene. Did you see how high he had jumped?
It was up.
It was so good, but he's got to be the sad sack, and there are a couple of sad sacks, but he's number one,
plenty.
man.
There is a sad sack, Griffin. You all are missing it, but I'll get it.
Yeah. Well, let's hear yours.
How about
Mike.
it's your turn? Let's hear it.
All right. How about my favorite character, guys, is Stu, baby. I absolutely love Stu in
Stu's
this.
good.
When he's sitting there with his girlfriend and, she's telling him about his thin hair and, bringing of the Rogaine, and he's talking about his friends. My friends, they're really good guys and that, and paging Dr. Faggot, Oh,
you better get out there, Dr. Faggot.
Better get out there, Dr. Faggot. Yeah, and he tries to kiss her, and she's like, she's she's so horrible to him.
She's awful.
I just love
such a bad person.
Such a bad person, like all the way to your core. Yeah. That was great. And he's like, he go, come on, Alan, let's go dance. And he go, babe, da 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 da. And he's dancing around. And
let's get this going, guys.
And you see Phil come up and hug him, like they're so proud of him. I just love that.
Well, the best part about Stu is too that he is such the clean, uptight guy, and then you see that he was just an absolute menace when he was fucked up.
He's a beast.
Eddie's like, "This is the craziest motherfucker I ever met, man."
Hey, he's got a demon inside of him, guys. You all should know that.
He's got a demon inside.
And he had to prove that he could pull his own tooth. That was.
I'm sure I'm surprised they didn't have some kind of pet name for him when he gets drunk. You know how that is when someone has a friend who's one way and then they're just a complete asshat. When they're messed up somehow, turn into a completely different person.
He is an animal.
What do y'all call that? A creature?
Yeah, he was on creature mode for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely my favorite. Sixth man of the movie. Griffin, you said you were saying, I think you said Eddie, correct?
What?
Did you say Eddie for sixth man?
Are you listening to what's happening?
I'm having a real tough time paying attention today. I don't know what's going on. But Eddie, just his lines, you crazy motherfucker, Eddie, you don't have any love for Eddie? None of them can
no love for Eddie?
Doug, do you remember Doug? Yes, small guy. He looked like Monkey. He pulls out the pictures of Stu's wedding, and it's and he's got a tooth out.
What's the package called that they get? You got the
you got
the honeymoon package,
the high roller,
the high roller package, and he pulls out coffee mugs and a calendar, and there's Alan getting the
It's like, at least there's no proof of this, and then they get that whole package.
And then he said, Phil goes, hey, this can't go down, they can't be married. He goes, oh, and let me make sure I get it. Breaks my heart if you need to have the marriage annulled. I feel real bad for you. I thought it was going to work out. He really cared. Then he gets shot.
It'll break my heart. It'll break my heart.
And then he gets shot, and they're all like, Eddie got shot. It's just, God,
he's shot Eddie.
Oh, it's just great. I love that line. He goes, small, he like a monkey. Sad sack of this movie, guys, is Felix. Felix is the
that
sad
poor
sack.
cat.
That poor bastard. I mean, speaking of Austin, that may be our definition of a sad sack. That dude was a sack all the way from his head to his toe. And there's no way they would have let them in there when he's having a physical. And when they dropped his draw, I never laughed so hard first time I saw that in my life. Oh, God.
He might just be a saggy sack. More.
Well, the best part is Alan just staring oh my God.
Like, what on God's green earth is that? Poor old Felix, man. God, I just loved him. Those are mine, guys. Austin, let's see what you got.
Wow, I can't believe. Shit. All right. Favorite. Man, it is tough. Stu is a very good honorable mention, silver medal finest for my favorite here. But it's got to be Alan, man. He is hilarious through and through.
He's great.
All his little bits and lines. And like I said, it absolutely feels like this. A lot of it were just comedy bits that he had packed away and just decided to throw them at the screen and see what stuck,
Yeah,
for sure.
And it was funny as can be. His whole character's great. I love his fits throughout this thing. He just looks hilarious. You are literally too stupid to insult. Thank you. All of that. Sixth man is Leslie Chow. Of course,
Yeah,
it's Leslie
that's a
Chow.
good one.
He comes in for, he probably has 5 minutes of screen time, if that, probably less.
Yeah, he steals the show.
And he is hilarious, and that's why he is such a massive character in the second film as well. So Leslie Chow, no doubt. Some honorable mentions there. Jade is a great six-man. I loved her character. Yeah. Felicity Shagwell. Mike really Tyson is a good six-man character.
Yeah,
his Bitsy comes in. He's funny. Eddie's a great six-man. I got Carlos.
Rob Riggle.
I got Carlos in there. The
Carlos
baby.
Carlos is good. Yeah, but Rob Riggle, the damn
Rob
cop
Riggle.
who shocks their monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, shit, that little kid who gets Alan right in his head.
Oh,
that's a good six-man, too. That guy cracked me up.
Yeah, that was good. I love how Alan kicks his phone away, and then he comes back and gets him. All the kids start freaking out. Don't worry. With these big fellas, sometimes you got to get them twice. And puts his ass down and smacks his ass.
Literally smacks on the desk in front of a girl. He's like, ah! He's like, yeah!
Just slaps on his ass. Yeah, you got to get these big fellas twice. They should have had him shit his pants. He was wearing some white pants. That's what I was thinking. It's like they absolutely should have given him like a Hershey spot on his pants.
That would have been so bad. What an idiot.
Sad sack. Man, I'm struggling with who I want to go with here. You got Doug, right, Griff?
Yeah, I got Doug.
Mike, you said Felix. I had to look up who the fuck Felix was.
I was wondering if you caught that. They only say his name really.
Yeah.
They say it one time.
Yeah, you'll be all right. And then I love how he shakes his head like, oh, fuck no. That guy's done.
Let's, how about Black Doug? Black Doug's a pretty bad sack, man. He's wearing a sack on his head half the film. He gets taken. He can't even get the drugs right, so he's in a world of hurt on the other side as well. He was supposed to give someone roofies. Yeah. They got the ecstasy. These guys got the roofies, but I think Black Doug's a pretty good one. I mean, Stu's a sack throughout it in ways. Yeah. I mean, he's a stereotypical sack. Eddie's a sack. He's got an Enola marriage. It's going to break his heart, but then he gets shot for no fucking reason, too.
Yeah.
They shot Eddie! So I don't know what ends up happening to him.
Loved Eddie.
And how about Sid? I mean, that car that he loves more than his son himself, his car is wrecked. Yeah. But I don't know. I think he might. He's just a Vegas guy through and through. He'll probably understand it. He just kind of looks
at him like it's Vegas.
Vegas.
Kind of pats him on the back. Vegas. Man, you had to love him.
Yeah. Well, all right. Themes and things. Griff, will send it your way.
Themes and things, man. You got to say Wolfpack. One-man Wolfpack. I've added more to my Wolfpack.
The three best friends that anybody could have.
That is so awkward. I always struggled with that one.
Vegas, Tigers, hookers and cocaine. I mean, on a darker note, roofies, you got to throw that in there, or else you don't have a movie. Hotel rooms, villas. Nonstop party. Some guys just can't handle Vegas.
Yes.
Good ones. Mike?
How about gambling? How about classic Mercedes? How about putting on of the Rogaine? I love saying that. The ultimate guys weekend, Jägermeister, and wedding. Best little chapel. I've been there. We rode right by it. And then, of course, you got to have Caesar. Is that the real Caesar? Caesar Palace.
I was like, did Caesar stay here?
Yeah. Oh, God. And that girl was so cute and how she did it. She just gave him the look. I mean, just to give him the time was great.
Yeah. Well, my themes and things here. How about Vino Factoids? Napa. Wine. They were supposed to be staying in Napa. That didn't happen. Alan's Fitz, his satchel, the soundtrack 2009. I got Gremlins in here.
Right.
And then the biggest one, maybe the only one, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Bachelor party, vacation, that trip, weddings, gambling, getting fucked up, shithousery. It's all in there, pretty straightforward. But guys, here we are. And as we do, coming into the end of all of our episodes, we've got one final question to answer before this can be complete and a movie can have its last page closed for us. And that is this movie better with Nicolas Cage, baby? Is it better with Nicolas Cage? Tell me now. I don't know if y'all even caught what I just did there, but
Oh, he put him on the screen. Woo!
Oh my God! I didn't even see it. Oh,
they didn't even catch it. I did the whole walk down through it. I went bop, 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 bop.
oh my God! I was watching you instead of that screen, Austin. That is incredible. Griffin, who is he?
I mean, the short answer is yes. This movie is even better with Nick Cage. We have a classic case, boys, where again I don't know exactly where he
Oh
fits
my God! Come on,
in the
Griffin.
movie. I think I'm just gonna be bold. I think you get rid of Bradley Cooper, and I think you put Nick Cage right in that role. He's kind of the wild man of the group. I think he has a little bit more of a comedic edge to him. You know, he's kind of balls to the wall. Maybe he's a little bit like, you know, he's trying to do what Phil does, but he's losing that wig a little bit, you know, which
Come on,
you
man.
get some comedy with
Come
that.
on, man.
I think that'd be great.
That's one of like the most like commented things is just how attractive Bradley Cooper is in this movie. Like people love Bradley Cooper.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, well then they would love Nick Cage because Nick Cage is he's a good looking dude, man. I mean, it's Nick fucking Cage.
Look
You
at
put
that
Nick Cage in that role.
Look at that
Next
little
thing
baby
you know-
Nick Cage. Maybe it's like a
I know.
baby daddy or what's that movie? Big Daddy. He's on a baby's body. He's Carlos.
I think you either put Nick Cage in Bradley Cooper's role, let him kind of run that roost, or you make him the dad. You make him the dad, and you give him a little bit more screen time. He's got a little bit more personality. Maybe like when when he gives Doug the keys, he smacks him on his ass or something. You know what I mean? Just like you get a little more like, whoa, what's going on here? A little bit more craziness.
Yeah.
But there's no doubt in the world, Nick Cage makes The Hangover even better.
No doubt.
Griffin, no doubt. Griffin, you're going to have to quit talking about Nick Cage's hair. I'm tired of hearing about this man's hair. This guy, guys, I sent you all earlier this week a picture of Nick Cage as a young man. He was a handsome as hell. You all know that. He is Phil. There is no doubt at all he is Phil. You know, my brother and I were watching the movie the other night, and I said, man, you know, I said, the boys are going to ask me, you know, who would Nick Cage fill in for? He goes, man, you can't have him as Stu. You can't have him as Alan. He's Phil, man. He is absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when he gets shot at that police station in the nuts? Can you imagine Nick Cage's face? Right in the nuts. I mean, you know, he calls him pretty boy and all that. It would be, oh God, it would be priceless. And then the scene, could you imagine him where he's walking behind that tiger and he's humping the tiger? Nick Cage, oh my God. He would just be incredible. I mean, the guy would be incredible throughout. And he's walking down the escalator with Alan, you know. He would just kill it standing behind him. You know, one of the best scenes is where Phil is looking up, you know, at the eye in the sky, and he's going.
We already know he has chemistry with Justin Bartha too. So.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you know he does. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, that's my guy. Austin, what are you thinking?
I think I got like 5 here that are better than those.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Good Lord! Oh wow!
Hear it.
So let's go with a couple honorable mentions here. I think he could be a good Dr. Walsh, grabbing our boys Felix's schnutz, doing that. Slip that right in there. I don't want to re-sterilize. He'd be great in that role. He'd be a great Officer Franklin, tasing him, smacking him around. You know, he'd do all that real
Play
well.
the Rob Riggle. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
How about the wedding singer at the end that Griffin loves so dearly?
Yeah.
If he's that guy.
That dude's great.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
I mean, here are the 2 heavy hitters and the ones that
Nick Cage needs more clock than that, though. Okay, yeah, those are your honorable mentions.
Those are great.
What we got?
well, all these are going to be short clock, but I mean, I think he'd be a pretty damn good Leslie Chow too. Him hopping out of that trunk butt ass naked and then seeing him run away. I think he'd be a great Leslie Chow.
He would have toppled over our boy Alan, though. He's a big cat.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no way, but I could see some inspiration there.
But here's my number one pick for it. I think you get rid of Mike Tyson. I think they steal Nick Cage's tiger, and then he's in their room playing the...
There it is.
Come on, guys. Come on, sing it with me. And then he fucking knocks Alan out.
Yes!
I think that's what it is. Mike Tyson's out of here. They go to Nicolas Cage's palace and steal his tiger.
Get rid of freaking Mike Tyson. Oh, Austin, that's genius.
Austin, you killed it, man.
That's genius. Yeah. That is so sick,
I can't wait to hear the comments on that. Beat that, guys.
Beat that one.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh.
That's a great pick. Yeah, man.
Just, hey guys, I want to leave you with one more, with just a couple of lines that we cannot miss, because we're going to just take an ass whooping. When you see Stu after he got married to Felicity Shagwell, and he sees her with that ring from his grandma, and he sees the Holocaust ring, just that. And Alan says, I didn't know they were giving rings away in the Holocaust. Yeah. I mean, he is such an idiot. That's one of those lines that I swear it feels like that was improvised, because it was so wrong. I mean, at the time I went, oh my God, I can't believe it. But it's funny for some reason.
What if Doug's dead? I can't afford to lose somebody close to me again. It hurts too much. I was so upset when my grandpa died. How'd he die? World War II. Died in battle? No, he was skiing in Vermont. It was just during World War II. That's it in a nutshell right there.
Yeah, I mean, again, guys, I think the unwritten rule, it's always been that way with me. When you go to Vegas, it stays in Vegas. You leave it in Vegas. You just run. Griffin's been with us. You run as hard as you can.
Yeah, they went to bed at 9 p.m.
Hey, Austin.
They're like Felix getting their nuts checked in the morning. And
Austin, we were getting up at 6 a.m. to go gamble. Yeah, we were getting up and gambling. Don't let this asshole. He was, put it this way, 20-something years old, and the kid was so drunk, he's eating a $150 steak, and he's like this.
Can't even taste it.
It was the best steak I've ever had in my life.
He had a tough time cutting the steak. Good. I just about had to cut the steak for him. He was so drunk. So don't listen to a damn thing he said.
Everybody could have.
Yeah. Another great line is "not up in here" when Wriggle's talking to him at
not up in here.
Station. We're about right at the beginning when he's getting fitted for a suit. Hey, stay away from my shaft.
Yeah. You were really close to my shaft.
Watch it.
Oh, another funny scene, one that cracked me up that was kind of just passing by. Hey, Alan, am I good to get over in the next line? Yeah, man. Whoa! And they almost hit like a fucking semi. He's just laughing.
What about this one? Sid lets Doug take the Mercedes. And he says, hey, remember when you get into Vegas, put some armor all on the time. and then he says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except
herpes.
He's so great. And when they come running in, and he pats him on the back and he says, Vegas. It's just, that's that old school.
They probably could have used him a little more.
They should have had Sid in it a lot more, I thought, because the guy is just speaking of a national trend, that Sid is great. He really exemplifies what Vegas, you just feel like he's been to Vegas a lot and he knows,
Yeah, maybe he's the one that finds the camera in his beat Mercedes. Maybe he's mad as hell, but then sees the pictures and it's like,
yeah,
Vegas, baby.
Yeah, the boys had a good time. Vegas.
That would have been a good idea. That'd have been a good way to close that, Austin. Yeah. That's a good call.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys, let's get on out of here. I'll let you say your goodbyes, and then I'll say what's up next.
Hey, that'll work. Last little shout out is "You Spin My Head Right." When that comes in at the end, that everyone knows that moment. Get the flow rider going. I started singing it before it even happened. So, just a great one. I'm really glad we got to do this movie, guys. Hangover, and You know what it is, boys? Purple Podcast. Keep it rocking, keep it rolling. We just keep on getting better and better. I mean, look, right now we got literally 4 Nick Cages on the screen with us.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than that.
We'll
So
get him out of
check
here on the end.
Yeah. Amazing.
And his hair's different in every one of them. That's what's so cool. Yeah,
we got 4 different Nick Cages in this scene, hidden, ready to
boys,
rock.
I know we already talked about what we got going on next month. Like you said, Osh, you'll get into it. I'm excited. Loving this. Love you, boys. And let's just keep it going.
Yes, sir.
Whoop. Guys, I appreciate y'all working with me on time today. You know, this cat's in sunny Florida. It's been beautiful here. See, I got a little bit on the nose, having a ball, guys. Again, thanks. I love, as you all know, I think I've had, as you pointed out, 3 5-star movies in a row, but man, these are some of my favorite. I
don't throw these around lightly.
Yeah, but again, I hope someone will make comments and say, hey, Mike, it's not a 5-star movie. Well, what is for a comedy? I mean, to me, I don't think it gets any better than this. This is one, again, that I watch it every time before I go to Vegas. I know so many of my friends that do. So it's just one that kind of gets you going. Just like Griffin said, that song, you know exactly what that means. You know exactly what's going on for that scene.
Yes, sir. Yeah, great one. Really happy to have watched this one again. It had been quite a bit for me, really, and honestly was surprised how well it held up, mostly. I don't know I did not have really any kind of big faults with it. The movie is what it is. It's not trying to be anything more, and that's perfectly fine by me. What a fun watch. Enjoyed watching it. Dana enjoyed watching with me last night as well. I don't think she had seen it start to finish, so nice. Real good one. What we got coming up next, it is almost baseball season. It will be baseball season as this comes out. College has already gotten going, and MLB is about to get rocking as well. This is one I don't think either of you have seen, so this will be fun. This is Everybody Wants Some. Richard Linklater, so he's the guy who did Dazed and Confused. This is considered to be a spiritual successor to it, following a college baseball team in the 1970s. It's a lot more partying than baseball, I'll tell you that. We got Glenn Powell in a very early role of his. He's a big name these days. If you're a Teen Wolf guy, we got Tyler Hoechlin, I think is his name. Blake Jenner, I think he kind of fell off in a lot of ways just because there was a scandal of his, but we don't need to go into that. But Joey Dutch, other people, I don't think really anyone else is going to. White Russell, people might know that guy. But it's a really fun one. I'm excited for you guys to see it. Knowing Mike, he's going to hate it just because he hasn't seen it before. But
no, I'll try it.
No, it's a really fun one.
It's going to be a Good Guys 2.0.
Can't wait.
It's from the same year, 2016, the year of R-rated comedies, and that's probably the last year of R-rated comedies. But it's a really fun one. You can watch that one on, if you have Pluto TV, you can watch it on that. But it's on Paramount Plus as well. So, well, this one you had to rent. I had to spend money on this one. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's coming next. If you've listened all the way through, guys, thank you very much. We love you as always. If you're enjoying it, hey, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, that like button. Leave us a comment if you got something that you want us to review. We're going to get around to it. We'll have our schedule coming out here soon for the next month. We're going to have a good month for you. I'm really looking forward to it. Going to be a lot of fun. But other than that, guys, keep doing well. Keep doing your best. And we'll be talking to you soon. Ooh, bye-bye.